What's going on, man? I'm sitting here doing this little bit of research on my filing my claim against these City of Wyandottes bond and everything, right? So when you talk about the bonds of the public officials, if you're in Michigan, Chapter 15, public employees, MCL, let's go. So you get in here, man. You got the first one right here. Act to provide uniform bond coverage for officers and employees of state departments and agencies and to repeal certain acts and parts of acts. So we're going to dive in. Bond of the Secretary of State, Blase Splee. Right, so we ain't really looking at that. The cost and filing of the bonds. This is more more up our alley. This act will represent to the furnishing of bonds, state officers, their deputies, officers, state institutions to provide the payment for costs of such bonds. Okay. Procurement of bonds by certain state officers. Cost. Let's go. Here we go. Procurement of bonds. Whenever a bond is required by the laws of this state treasurer, be given by the Secretary of State or state treasurer, director of the Department of Natural Resources, attorney general, superintendent, and so on and so forth, right? So we're trying to do a FOIA request right now, right? To get copies of these bonds. So here's the filing and the safekeeping. So this is what we need, safekeeping of the bonds. All right, here we go. The various bonds referred to in Section 1 shall be filed in the office of the Secretary of State, and any requirement in any other statute of this state to the contrary notwithstanding. However, the bond the bond required to be furnished by the Secretary of State, his or her deputy, or any employee connected with that office required by law to file a bond shall be filed with the state treasurer. The Secretary of State and the state treasurer shall receive and make adequate provisions for the safekeeping of the bonds described in this act. So there you go, y'all. Quick little study recap, man. Thanks for joining me on my research. MCL section 15.72, baby.